Hello everyone, 3.5 is fast approaching, and I wanted to give a quick video to go through some of the changes that we can be expecting. The purpose is to hopefully entice those of you who are able to test to go ahead and test and provide that feedback, and for people who aren't in the PTU or ETF or anything, when it comes out, test it out and see if you like it, especially if you've been dormant for a while. So I'm just going to go through 9 major areas where changes have been made. Obviously, these are my Whitesnake's opinion, and some of you may have a different ordering or think different things are important. That's fine. This is just what I came up with. So we'll go from 9 to 1. So number 9, ArcCorp planet and associated moons. Just like when they added Hurston, we're going to have new planet, new moons. Number 8, numerous quality of life issues, including gravlev handling, bug fixes. An example is switching from decoupled to coupled mode. It used to automatically set your throttle, and that was really annoying to a lot of dual stick users and keyboard users. But now that has been corrected, so that's just one example. 7, female characters playable. Obviously, this is really big if you want to play a female character, but it's also great for everyone else because some of you might be tired of running around the Star Citizen universe and seeing nothing but dudes everywhere, so it's great for everybody. Number 6, ongoing HUD reworks. Some things that we've seen, they've added the G meter back in. It's unconfirmed that they might be adding a true speed indication instead of just a forward speed indication. So that'd be really cool. So you'd know your speed in all directions, not just forward. And then the acceleration limiter, more on that later, but in the Sitcon demo that was on the right side. Number 5, redesigned throttle for more direct control. So it's an acceleration throttle instead of a target velocity throttle, which is what we have now. Target velocity, it's basically you would set your throttle to a position corresponding to the speed you wanted to go forward. And now with the acceleration throttle, you set your throttle to the acceleration that you want, either forwards or backwards, depending on how you have it set up. So that's really interesting that they decided to do that, and that's going to definitely change things. It'll allow you to control your acceleration more directly in coupled mode. You could already do it like that in decoupled mode. Number 4, gunnery changes. Obviously, the big one people have been waiting for is a redesigned ESP algorithm, so we get to see if they got it right this time. And then what was just revealed on ATV, auto gimbals. If you haven't seen that ATV, it's around 640 in the ATV. I'll link it in the description, but you should definitely check it out. Number 3, Afterburner and boost changes. So what they did is they removed Afterburner and then they changed the name of boost to Afterburner. So Afterburner used to allow you to go faster than you normally would, and we'll get into why they would remove that. And then boost would basically increase your acceleration. So now boost is named Afterburner, and the previous Afterburner no longer exists. Number 2, removal of modes. So instead of precision, SCM, and cruise mode, which was also called AB2 mode, where you would use AB to go faster, they removed all of that, and now you just accelerate smoothly to whatever speed you want. So that's a really interesting change and one that I'm really excited about. That's why it's number 2. So instead of Afterburner, you just can accelerate all the way to whatever speed you want. We'll see how that pans out in terms of combat mechanics. There's an acceleration limiter that kind of ties into this, because you may be thinking, well, let's say you have binary controls. When I press W, if it's going to try to accelerate me all the way to over 1,000 meters per second, that's not good. So there's going to be a limiter that you can adjust to limit your acceleration. And so instead of precision mode, where it was kind of wonky and wasn't really customizable or anything, you're going to be able to fine tune exactly what your acceleration limitation is, so that when you press a strafe button, it will only move however much you want it. And that's that acceleration limiter on the right side. So that's kind of like a separate modifier you can add to your inputs to make it so that you can determine how big you want your inputs to be when you make them. Kind of hard to explain, but you'll see more about it, I'm sure, when it becomes finalized and released to the public. And then number 1, rebalancing thrusters, heat, power, fuel, tying it all together into item 2.0 a lot better, and doing a complete balance revamp from the ground up this is, in my opinion, the most important thing because it's been so long since we did this. And with all the new mechanics, especially with item 2.0 systems and everything tying together, now we can finally do it. And we can go back to a situation where it was less reactionary, trying to fix one thing and then that throws a bunch of other things off, and they can work from the ground up to sort of iterate everything one step at a time. And hopefully that's what the ETF is going to be doing. Really excited about that and really excited to play with many of you. So if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, hope this got some of you who have maybe not been following as closely excited about it and wanting to test out the game. All right, signing off. See you later.